Our story starts on Mustafar. The air is thick with ash. Rivers of lava illuminate the black volcanic landscape in shades of orange and red. Obi-Wan Kenobi stands on the bank overlooking his former apprentice. The battle is over. The war is over. The Republic is dead. The Jedi Order is shattered. And all that remains is one final choice. Obi-Wan has the high ground, and Anakin is contemplating his next move. Anakin, please don't try it. I have the high ground. This doesn't end well for you. Even if you kill me, you still lose. You live under the control of the Emperor. He has already clouded your mind, Anakin. We are brothers, and I love you. Padme loves you, Anakin, and she is still alive. There is good in you, Anakin. I know because I helped create it. You and I have gone through so much together for me to believe that this is the monster who you really are. Deep down, I think you know it too. This is not you. The Emperor has been manipulating you for years. Every fear, every doubt, every insecurity. He planted them all. He wanted this moment. He wanted you to destroy everything you ever cared about. But I'm here, Anakin. I'm still here. And it isn't too late. A Jedi pouring out his soul to another Jedi is something almost unheard of. But this isn't Obi-Wan of the Clone Wars. This is the influence of Qui-Gon Jinn finally showing itself. For years, Qui-Gon believed the Jedi had become too detached, too rigid, and too afraid of attachment and emotion. In this moment, Obi-Wan abandons doctrine completely. He simply speaks from the heart. For the first time since entering the Chancellor's office on Coruscant, Anakin truly hears someone. The anger begins to fade. The hatred begins to fade. And all that remains is guilt. Images flash through his mind. Mace Windu falling, the temple burning, the terrified faces of younglings, Padme crying. The realization hits him all at once. He has become the very thing he spent his life fighting. His lightsaber lowers, his eyes well with tears. I should just end it here. Obi-Wan doesn't move. I am no Jedi. The blade rises towards his chest. I don't deserve to live after what I've done. Anakin, Obi-Wan says softly, put the saber down. I can't live with what I've done, Obi-Wan. Then spend the rest of your life making up for it. The words hang in the air. For the first time in years, nobody is asking Anakin Skywalker to be a weapon. Not the Jedi, not the Republic, not Palpatine, just Anakin. Slowly, his thumb leaves the ignition switch. The crimson blade disappears, and he leaps across the lava river. Not as Darth Vader, not as a threat, not as a Sith, as a broken man. Obi-Wan catches him, and Anakin collapses into his brother's arms. Back aboard Padme's ship, the galaxy continues to change. While Obi and Anakin begin the long process of healing, Chancellor Palpatine addresses the Senate. The Republic officially becomes the Galactic Empire. Across thousands of systems, clone troopers tighten their grip, and imperial governors begin replacing elected officials. The average citizen has no idea that Darth Vader never existed, only that the Empire has risen. Meanwhile, Padme survives. When she awakens, she finds Anakin waiting beside her bed, broken and ashamed. Terrified, she will never forgive him. Instead, she sees the man she fell in love with, not the monster he almost became. Days later, Luke and Leia Skywalker are born, and unlike the original timeline, they grow up knowing both of their parents. For several years, the Skywalkers remain hidden on Naboo. To the galaxy, Anakin Skywalker is dead. That lie becomes their greatest protection. Luke and Leia grow quickly. Both display incredible force sensitivity at a young age. Objects float without explanation. Toys move on their own. Leia develops an uncanny ability to sense emotions, while Luke's reflexes become almost impossible to explain. Anakin trains them cautiously. Not as soldiers, not as chosen ones, but as children. And eventually, the family seeks out one final Jedi Master, Yoda. Deep in the depths of Dagobah, when Obi-Wan and Anakin finally find him, Yoda is stunned. The last person he expected to see standing before him was Anakin Skywalker, alive and redeemed. Yoda initially refuses. The old Jedi teachings remain deeply ingrained within him. Attachments, family, marriage, Everything about the Skywalker family represents what the Jedi Code rejected. But years of isolation have changed him. For centuries, Yoda watched the Jedi Order grow increasingly rigid, and now that order lies in ruins. Perhaps the old ways were not perfect after all. Reluctantly, he agrees to help. Together, Yoda, Obi-Wan, and Anakin begin laying the foundation for a new Jedi Order, one built on compassion instead of detachment, understanding instead of repression, balance instead of blind obedience. Yet, while the Jedi rebuild, the Empire grows stronger every day. Construction begins on massive military projects. Entire worlds are stripped of resources. Political opposition disappears and fear becomes law. And above it all sits Emperor Palpatine, alone. Right?